Welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have any questions or comments, we have multiple ways we can be reached.
Around?
That is one of the ways. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those of you that need instant gratification in this millennial-based world. And of course, the show's Twitter feed is at Skimpod. That's SKIMPOD. For the more patient amongst you, which is none of us, let's be honest, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Crunchy again, being spelled with a K. We're also available via Apple Podcast, something I've never heard of, Stitcher Radio. Are any of you still using that shit? TuneIn Radio, whatever the fuck that is, I couldn't tell you. Google Play, I've heard of that. I don't use it, but if you do, thank you. Spotify, now that one I use, so find us on there. I know we're on there. And of course, at the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Now I ask that you please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show because honestly, I don't do that shit. And I need someone to pick up my slack. Now, I hear that there is a group of people here that collectively discuss music, and they provide for you, yes you, a pod called Cast. It's a musical discussion show built on a hip-hop foundation, which seems to be what makes the musical world turn these days, and I hear it's pretty swell. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, The Real ODP, and your host, Internet's Tasty Tayrell713.
Let me get my flows. Why, look, my microphone turned back up again, Anthony.
It just don't want you to be great.
I guess not. So this why I kind of like fuck remote recording because it's kind of awful. But you're falling down an endless tunnel of doom reality. Graphically, my killer bee family sings the galaxy insanity, titanium and stomach devouring Guinness. My flesh is solid stone despite my outer appearance. Still disease, kill viruses, planets, and racial creatures. Made MC spout tumors so bad, while spatial creatures waste your peoples left out in the rain, fountains of pain. 80 shots to the mouth and the brain, shouting my name, Holocaust. Black man whose veins littered with thorns, back smack you so hard all your seeds will be born deformed. Swarm dorms, sting birds, fling verbs like mean curves, strike flee. Mice flee, I infect them with green germs. Ringworm, cause I'm filthy and guilty, dastardly mastery. My felony melody has to be a bastard's masterpiece. Stop grafting me. Chump ass niggas eyeing me, tempt me. I break it down simply, I'm horrifyingly empty, spitting darts on the tip of a glacier used for my hideout. Rock crushing German suplex while spine slide out. The side route. Forearm bash with 20 jabs on the ab or your lab gets stabbed in bloody bath. While I'm sipping herbal teas, verbal bees plant fertile seeds. Bitches leave with broke backs, swollen palms, and purple knees. Circle thieves like vultures in deserts. Rest on a cactus. Got Oscar nominee MC stuck to my hatchet. Drastic indescribable pain out injured bars. While Bobby stole razor CDs like ninja stars. And that song goes, choo, 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 choo. And then the rest comes in. Drop down the manhole. Yo, I rap ammo. Blows out your candle. Check. Yo. I mean, both those verses really go hard, so it could have been me doing Holocaust's verse or the RZA's verse, and I went with Holocaust's verse. But hello, welcome to it. Stays Crunchy and Milk. It's episode 407. In the King's Highway, it rides smooth. I'm joined by two out of the three of my best friends. It's Tatum216.
Hello.
And the homeboy, the real ODP.
Howdy.
Box is not filling up the snuff as we do this remote record. And I'm telling you already how this one goes. Let's all just keep our fingers crossed. My microphone acting a fool. Gabe's internet acting a fool. Ant is the solid one on this one.
Finally.
So
I'm knocking on wood.
We shall see how this all transpires.
I think this is wood. I have no idea.
We have taken
it's for Micah.
You noticed, or maybe you didn't notice, we've taken a couple of weeks off. Just stuff got in the way, and plus we was like, let's just have a breath. A lot of stuff getting Gabe is packing up his house to get ready to go adventure across the land. My kids are my son is starting his senior year of high school. My youngest is starting their freshman year of high school. It's been a lot of life. Anthony's both kids are going to school. Your youngest is starting preschool,
Pre-K.
Yep. Okay. And you what grade is Spud about to be in?
First grade.
First grade. Okay, I was like, yeah, he done did a year. Yeah.
2 years. He
Yeah.
did pre-K and then he did K.
Right on.
But strangely enough, he's having the same teacher this year.
All right, bring it back around. Do it again. That's all right. So it's been a lot going on in our lives in general. So, like I said, a couple of weeks off was necessary and needed, and I'm okay with that. I hope you are too. If you are a patron, you got a lot of stuff though. I'm telling you right now, I hook it. So if you was a patron, you didn't miss a beat. So I'm glad for that. I try to take care of you in that.
They pay the cost to be the boss.
That's exactly what it is, man. You put in on this, and I got your back. But you know, it is when we do when we do remote shows, and we are talking via the internet. You know, we got a real standard operating procedure. Read a couple of news stories, get updates on everybody's lives, do some Emma the asshole, and get the fuck out of Dodge. That's the plot. That's how we do this. So let us begin with some crazy wild shit. And of course, it's gonna be in this time in this post vaccine in the midst of pandemic. I see more people be saying post pandemic. I'm like, that's just not true. But I can say post vaccine because we do live in a world where if you wanted to, you could be vaccinated. If you in many parts of the world, to say most would be an outright lie. Some places just they can't get their hands on a vaccine. Other places get their hand on a vaccine and just simply choose not to. Those people are idiots. Let's talk about it. Thousands in Germany thought they had their vaccine. It may have been saline instead. This is Sharon Pruitt-Young over at NPR. A nurse in northern Germany is suspected of having duped thousands of people into receiving a shot of saline rather than a COVID-19 vaccine. Authorities say that a Red Cross nurse working at a vaccination site in Friesland is believed to have given out the fake shot to residents during March and April, Reuters reported. Around 8,600 people could have received their saline solution instead of the vaccine. Sven Ambrosi, a district administrator in Friesland, said on Facebook. I'm totally shocked by the incident, Ambrosi said. That's me doing my German. The District of Friesland will do everything possible to ensure that the affected people receive their vaccination protection as soon as possible.
You sound Scottish, man.
Yeah, really.
I slide over to that one real easy, too. The saline solution is not dangerous, but officials are urging anyone who got vaccinated at the Rothhausen Vaccination Center during the period to get vaccinated again. They are contacting by phone or email those who may have received a fake vaccine, and a dedicated information phone line has been established, officials wrote on Facebook. Health officials in Lower Saxony, man, they got great names in Germany, said the nurse in question had access to the vaccines. She was responsible for the preparation of vaccines and the preparation of syringes during her working hours in the vaccination center, CNN reported. It is unclear if there's been any arrest or charges filed related to the case, according to Reuters. The nurse has not been named publicly, and the possible motivation has not been stated. However, the person in question did reportedly have social media posts expressing skepticism about the COVID-19 vaccines. A similar scandal unfolded in India last month. Thousands paid to receive the vaccine at a vaccination camp. Oh, excuse me, they threw quotes around it, so let me throw quotes around it. A vaccination camp. But
I can hear the quotes without you doing the fingers, too. It was weird.
But instead, we're given the shots of saline solution. Authorities arrested 14 people alleging they had gave around 4,000 people fake or expired vaccines and collected thousands of dollars in the process. Because grifters gon' grift, and people who think that their beliefs is what matters the most will fuck over people.
Okay. So, Ant, when we were texting, this is offline stuff for you listeners out there. Ant was texting like, why don't we put a more a news spin on the news where we tried to make the headline more honest. So after hearing that story, what was that headline again? Let me take a shot at it.
Forgive me, I just was swallowing my beverage. The headline reads as follows. Thousands in Germany thought they had their vaccine. It may have been saline instead.
All right, that's a simple one. That headline, thousands in Germany may have had their vaccine. Wait.
Thousands in Germany thought they had their vaccine. It may have been saline instead.
Because of some asshole. There, see?
The addition of that little bit.
I think we can just
I
cut
wonder
it down to.
I wonder how often we could just add because of some assholes to the headline and it works. So if we jump over to the Reuters version of this story, who initially reported it, I'll give you their headline. You see what you can do with this one. Suspected saline switch sparks vaccine stir in Germany
This German bitch tripping.
because of some asshole. See how that still worked? Now, if we do the CNN version of this article, German nurse accused of swapping COVID vaccines for saline solution. This bitch is tripping. That shit would have been a comma right there. This bitch is tripping.
They need to fire this bitch.
So in that case, both of y'all's punch ups work well, and I side by you. I agree with them. Well done. This is our little local fair. This is from a scene, Cleveland scene. More than a dozen Northeast Ohio music clubs and theaters announced new joint policy requiring vaccination or negative COVID tests. It's by Jeff Nissel. Anyone of y'all doing a punch up on that headline before we get into this?
Because people can't be trusted. Venues have to take it into their own hands.
Yeah.
Or these niggas about to trip.
I can't punch it up like that, but that works.
So okay. So let's try them both.
You can change it to hunkies or something.
More than a dozen Northeast Ohio music clubs and theaters announced new joint policy requiring vaccination or negative COVID tests because people can't be trusted. Or more than a dozen Northeast Ohio music clubs and theaters announced new joint policy requiring vaccination or negative COVID tests, and these niggas gonna be tripping. Both just delicious.
I kind of feel like if I know we could probably just own our own, like run our own news site, but then like if we put that in the byline, they'll be like, I think we'll get so many reads.
These niggas gonna be tripping. More than a dozen regional music clubs and theaters, including the Agora, the Beachland, the Bop Stop, Grog Shop, Happy Dog, Jilly's Music Room, May Halls, Music Box, Musica, the Nightlight, and the Rialto Theater, West Side Bowl, and the Winchester. Two of those are literally around the corner from my house if you take a corner left and or right. Have jointly decided to require proof of vaccinations or negative COVID-19 test for entry into their venues. Many national touring bands are now requiring that venues have a policy of only vaccinated staff members on site during their show, and the patrons also prove that they've been vaccinated or are COVID negative, says Beachland Ballroom and Tavern owner Cindy Barber in a press release. And some may still require a mask, but this policy may help keep our schedules mostly intact. As Northeast Ohio venues, we all want to have the same base policy so our fans can understand and feel protected when they come to support live music. The new policy will go into full effect no later than T's birthday, Tuesday, September 7th. I added that they didn't write about T's birthday, but they probably should have. Patrons will be required to show proof of vaccination or proof of negative test results within 48 hours of entry at venues throughout Northeast Ohio. To get into Canada right now, they require 72 hours. So 48 hours, they is not bullshit. They like, bruh, I need to know you safe. These restrictions will remain in place indefinitely and are subject to change with current public health conditions and as guidance is reevaluated. As regional venue owners and operators, we are united in prioritizing the health and safety of our patrons, staff, artists, and our businesses, says Jilly's Music's Room owner Jill Bacon Madden. We were thrilled to reopen and invite people to gather and celebrate live music performances and film again. The rise in COVID cases coupled with the vaccine hesitancy is a threat to the live entertainment economy. We are committed to taking positive action to get through and rise above it. Happy Dog co-owner Sean Watterson agrees with Madden. Venues locally and across the country just reopened after over a year of being closed due to COVID safety concerns, he says. We need to do what we can to operate safely and realize these are imperfect solutions to problems that are largely out of our control. We are working with local partners on solutions to continually improve safety for audiences. Performers and staff performers, it was a comma, not a period. I'm sorry. Improve safety for audiences, performers, and staff, and we recognize that as conditions change, we will need to adapt and adjust our efforts. Acceptable documentation may be a physical or digital copy of a COVID-19 vaccination record card or proof as permitted locally that they can be matched with a driver's license or state ID. A test result must be in the form of written documentation. Guests are strongly encouraged to wear a mask regardless of vaccination status, except while actively eating and drinking. It's interesting because tonight, Kings of Leon were supposed to perform at Blossom, and one of their staff members tested positive, and the whole concert shut the fuck down.
Wow.
And that's because the band's people, like I said, one of their staff members is got a positive result. So of course I fully support this. There's been talk of the Browns possibly requiring similar things for people to come attend games this season, and I'm with that shit too. I'm like make them players get tested too, and tested or vaccinated too. But so far, the only team in the NFL that is fully vaccinated is the Atlanta Falcons. Huh. I don't have to throw my support behind that squad, but I mean, I guess I would if I had to, because they're doing right, and I gotta respect it. So, tis what it is, people.
I think it's because they want to go to strip clubs and eat wings.
Whatever gonna get you through the door. You know what I'm saying?
I've been to a strip club with a few.
Whatever gonna get an ass
wings
in your lap.
I'm sorry. What was that, Gabe?
I said I went to a strip club once and it had pretty decent wings.
We ever talk about how good the food was at the Circus and the Sideshow?
I think we talked about it before, but
yeah,
we can talk about it again.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show, but once upon a time there was a gentleman's club in the Flats area of Cleveland, which is an entertainment district we have in town. And it was close enough. It was close enough to our job that we could dip out to it and go have lunch. And you saying, "Come on, bruh, really?" But lunch was $5, and it was really good lunch. In addition to titties.
Well, but see, that's the thing, though. In that particular location, especially how we usually sat, like the main stage is inside of the vicinity.
Yeah.
Where we were, it was like in the lobby of the vicinity.
Pretty much. I mean, like, if not the lobby, but yeah, we were in like the sitting area, if you will. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the dining room, if you will.
And they had a very, very small stage for walkthroughs, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I remember this menu. I could run through it real quick.
Please do.
It was pasta primavera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was steak. It was a pork chop. Chicken.
Yeah, the chicken was amazing.
And I think it might have been like one other dish that I never got. But that pork chop was at least 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
That steak, it was a small steak, but it was a steak. It wasn't like little
chopstick shit.
Yeah, it wasn't no bullshit. I don't even eat pork, and that pork chop was fat as fuck. That was a big ass pork chop. I love the pasta primavera. I used to get the chicken, but the mashed potatoes they had were Yukon Gold.
Yep.
The first time I ever had Yukon Gold mashed potatoes, and they did something where, of course, they creamed it, whatever, but they put little pieces of crispy potato skin inside of the potatoes.
Yeah,
man,
it's one of those situations where you actually want to just go back and talk to the damn chef. It was just that good.
That food was amazing.
Yeah, and it's like
it wasn't like how you hear stories about like, oh, they got a $5 spaghetti plate. Yeah. Oh, and you got a salad and bread.
Yeah,
with every meal
for $5. Not a 2-drink minimum. Not no bullshit. $5.
No 2-drink minimum. Like, and not to mention, like I said, it was ladies there. Our friend who went with us, he often got a lap dance or a double shot of Hennessy when he went. So we were always still good to the house, even though all of us weren't.
Yeah.
they still got what they wanted out of one of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good food. Icing, as they say, icing on the titty.
Who are they and why did they say that?
I don't know. If you're getting icing, what is your preference, on a titty or on a cake? That's a
Mm,
tough one for T.
I really love cake. And I don't
I
love
rather,
food and sex.
yeah, I was gonna say I'd rather have it on the on the cake, even though I'm not a big cake fan.
Yeah, I'm not one of those dudes who are trying to eat, you know, whatever off my woman. I'm just not. I never have been like, let's get the whipped cream popping or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
You know, neither have I.
Yeah, so
I don't
I
like
get it.
messes.
It makes me I'm probably a bland guy, or you call me vanilla, but vanilla's a flavor, and it's actually a very amazing flavor. It comes from
Yeah,
orchids and shit. So fuck off for that talking, maybe vanilla shaming in this operation.
like I would like to if I like to stand on a Christian platform here. I like to keep my food and sex differently in different rooms.
Well, no, I'm not. I didn't say that at all.
I said my food and sex.
My sex can be in any room. It's okay. Not really more of not an outside man, to tell you that. But I mean, I get it. Some people are. What was I
Not,
watching? I was watching. I was watching Ted Lasso. I was watching Ted Lasso, and the one guy made a joke was like, he walked in. He walked in as a girl, having a wank, as he said. Are you having a wank? He goes, let me see what you're watching. And she goes, no. And he goes, oh, let me tell you, I love watching people have sex in the woods. She goes, and she looks at him like crazy, goes, it's because I could never be that brave. And I love that joke. I love that joke. And that's honestly it's me too, bro. Me too.
Poor Leighton out in outdoor sex, though.
well, I mean, a lot of people leave porno in the woods, so somebody want to have sex out there.
Fair.
I didn't know they call it wank for women, too.
I mean, it works.
It was overseas. They're progressive, and I mean, not necessarily progressive, but I guess they had sex before us Americans.
They sure did. We got all the prudes over here. Our country was founded by prudes.
Literally, they kicked out all the prudes. We're going over here to be prudish over here and ruin y'all whole vibe. Ugh. No, it's Thursday, man. That means I get a fresh Ted Lasso here in just a few hours, so that's dope. Excited for that. Last story, again, it's a local story, and it's I'm gonna give you a trigger warning and a content warning. Sexual assault is going to be discussed here, and if that's something you don't want to fuck with, I tell you to just give us about 3-4 minutes while I read through the story and we kind of comment on it.
We'll keep it tight.
Cleveland Municipal Court employees accused of sexually assaulting woman in the Justice Center. You understand? We have what's known as the Justice Center downtown Cleveland. It is where it's where the county jail is housed. It's where Cleveland Police Headquarters is located. Is Cleveland Police Headquarters there or somewhere headquarters somewhere else?
It's the headquarters downstairs and the museum downstairs. And that's where Sarah Koenig did season 3 of
Syria.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, it's where where court is taken. You know what I'm saying? Civil matters and criminal matters are oftentimes handled in this particular building, this center of justice.
But not night court. Don't let them fool you.
The story is by Adam Ferris over at Cleveland.com. Cleveland, Ohio. A long-time Cleveland Municipal Court employee is accused of sexually assaulting a woman in his office at the Downtown Justice Center. Zeno Kirby, 50, is charged with rape. He is not in police custody, but a warrant was issued Thursday for his arrest. Court records do not list an attorney for Kirby. Kirby's an officer for the court's pretrial services department, according to city employment records. The department is in charge of making recommendations to judges for keeping defendants in jail or releasing them from custody, along with treatment options while their court cases are pending. He used his position at the court to facilitate in the offense, according to court records filed in the case. Kirby began working for the city in December of 1994 and has been in his current role since 2018, according to city records. Court spokesman Ed Ferrick, said he was unaware of the criminal charge, but would look into the matter. The incident happened July 26 in Kirby's office at the Justice Center in downtown Cleveland, according to court records. Kirby exposed his penis to a 27-year-old woman, grabbed her by the hair, tried to force her to perform oral sex on him, and demanded she do so, according to court records. No other details are included in the court records. Cleveland Police Sergeant Jennifer Ciaccia said a police report would be released after the city's law department reviews it. And just a standard fuck that dude.
Yeah.
I don't think anything else needs to be said. Yeah, no, I mean that headline is doing what it's supposed to do. There's no, I don't like when we phrase it sexually assaulting. I mean, but I know what it is. People, news authorities get weird about the word rape because it has connotations, and they don't want to be caught out there for. Is it libel in the press?
Yeah, it's libel. When it's written, it's libel.
Okay, very good.
So, like, recently, the one dude from Drake and Josh, it was Drake, not Josh.
Yeah.
Got in trouble here for messing with a Canadian girl.
Yeah.
So, I'm glad I read the articles out, because at first I was just like, it can mean anything. But that dude, she gave the dude oral. That dude should be in fucking jail.
He should be. He got, I believe, 2 years of probation.
Yes.
He ain't even that big of a celebrity. How do you get that?
Because
Nickelodeon money?
Because this nation don't like women. And will always be like, well, it's her fault for having.
This nation doesn't like. She's still not a woman.
No, you are correct. But they treat women terribly. They always have. They continue to do so, and these are the results. The fact this man has actually been charged with rape is actually in itself a big deal, because his lawyer will argue, "Oh, she offered him head," but then it'll be like, I mean, any defense attorney, any prosecutor worth his salt would be like, "Hey, man, even if she did offer you head, you were in a position of power. You can't be taking up office of head." But they said we'll see how it all goes. But yeah, fuck that dude. Zeno Kirby, 50 years old. You know Zeno Kirby. Smack him in his motherfucking mouth for him if you see him. Do it for me. But that's basically the news of what it is. A local news, a little COVID news, a little so forth and so on. You know how we ride. But what's been going on with you, Ant?
Man, I guess a lot. We went to Detroit.
Yeah, word up.
I came back.
We ain't kicked it. We ain't talked. But we ain't did this shit since Detroit. That's the last show we did. Well, in the car coming back from the D.
I didn't realize how much we lost until I heard the episode.
Yeah,
all of it, pretty much.
Yeah, yep.
I'm sad.
I mean, it's all right.
Unless Ant wants to retell some of his mother-loving stories.
I had a mother-lover story?
You did. I said I think I got kicked off because I said back in my bachelor days, I tried to be anti-motherfucking.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now. That shit was like 3 weeks ago.
You're missing out. Oh,
yeah, instead of, So somebody, I think it was Lunch, called me a motherfucking. I was like, no, correction, I'm a mother lover. But, yeah, that conversation is dead. I don't remember all what I said. If we lost it, we lost it. But, so.
That's what people lose sometimes.
Yeah. So I got home, unpacked one bag and packed up another. And, like within a couple hours, I was on my way to Chicago. We had a good time. We spent like 5 days there, 5 days, 4 nights or something like that. We did lots of things. You know, we did the Torsi thing and got some deep dish pizza, which was not that good to me.
All right, so
I got Lou
beats out deep dish.
Oh yeah, Buddy shitting on Lou Malinati's. Like that pizza, like Emery choked on the cheese. It was so thick. like that crust just like it needs salt. It just needs just a little bit. Instead of probably spraying that bitch down with some olive oil, put some regular ass butter in that pan. Cause that salt that crust was bland. Those tomatoes.
Everybody who's anybody always says how Lou Maldonatis is the lick. That's the one you want to go to. You want to hit up Lou Maldonatis. And you, the only person I would trust that matters regarding food, tells me that shit is bullshit. It'll never get in my mouth. I'll never eat that shit. Giordano's is good. In fact, I could drive down to Columbus and get some Giordano's now if I were so inclined.
Yeah,
So
maybe I'll get some in. Yeah, maybe I'll get some in Columbus next time we go.
Like I said, Giordano's is good. Plus, I can make it happen locally. So I'll tell your uncles, hey, good evening.
Hey, it's the stash. I mean, especially since like we need a good IKEA trip.
Yeah, we talking about deep dish pizza.
Oh yeah. So I didn't enjoy it. Like we got like I think my partner got like a 4-piece like sausage pizza. Then we got an 8-piece just regular cheese, and then the boys got some thin crust pizza.
Okay. Now, what I have heard is Chicago is the lick for thin crust pizza. That the reality of it is Chicagoans ain't eating deep dish. They like it thin. They like it thin. It's kind of cut how they cut it at Donato's.
Yeah.
And so that's the pizza you're supposed to get when you're in Chicago.
That was it was just cut regular, and Anthony liked it. He kept on saying, "Yeah, that special pizza was good." So I guess I could just name off the food places we went to. We went to this breakfast spot called the Honeyberry. That was pretty good. A breakfast place called like it was the 11th Street Diner or something like that. That was pretty good. That was probably the best breakfast we had. Like their portions were really big. We went to I stopped and got lunch at Harold's one day.
Oh, say word. How was Harold's?
Yeah. It was okay. That sauce, is with the barbecue sauce that they always talk about is not good. I didn't like it.
It's like it's hot sauce, it's mild sauce, and what's the other one? I've been here about Harold's since like 90, 91, 92. Yeah. Like I said, yeah, Harold's been one of those long heralded things in hip hop music from our Chicago MCs. So that's kind of dope.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to go there, and we got some food from Devil Dog.
Now, where is that one at?
Well,
in your general vicinity. How did you get around? How did you get around Chicago? I don't know. What was y'all travel?
We took a train there.
We took a train there. The train was not that great. It was cool because like I got to experience it, but I wouldn't want to do it again.
Oh.
Like, I mean, all the trains you see on TV be looking clean as shit. It wasn't clean. It wasn't that clean. It was, but it was like I said, it was a good experience. Like as far as getting to experience it with your family, you don't get to see as much as the country as you think you would. Like I kind of feel like the way highways are set up, you get to see, farmland and stuff like that. And, you get to see farmland city. It seemed like riding in the train, you just see friggin' back roads. Like you might see a little bit of city, but you mostly see like other train yards. That's what you're going through. You just see a lot of different train yards. And then like every once in a while you'll see like a random neighborhood, but it's just pretty much all train yard. You're just going straight through.
So in 2009, technically, I rode the commuter rail from West Virginia down to DC because West Virginia was the last stop on that line, and that's a nice particular train ride. It's a relatively lengthy train ride. It's like basically the tip of West Virginia down to the DC, so it's a couple hours. But that one is like what you think it is: farm, city, neighborhood because it's a commuter rail, so it's going through these towns. So that's more of the train vibe that you would feel, but it's also more of it's like a big old bus. You know what I'm saying? It's like buses are. I mean, it's clean and it's nice. They did take care of it, but it's just to be real, it was just like it's just a big old bus because it's commuter rail. So it's like for people who live up their way, they can like go to work in DC and come back, and go home in West Virginia. So and then when we went back again in 2013, we caught the train from somewhere in Maryland, I think, or Delaware, and took it down. Just like the next stop in is where we could catch the train at for their special inauguration train ride. So I've ridden those trains, but that's only any Raider trains and MARTA trains when I was living in Atlanta. But I've never ridden an actual Amtrak. And so you saying the Amtrak experience was just
it's like being on a double-decker bus,
right,
pretty much. And they had a food cart that served like DiGiorno pizza and hot dogs, which wasn't terrible. But at the same time, it's like, especially when you're doing it in a pandemic and you got kids and oh man, babies crying and shit. It was not our kids, but some little Amish baby back there. Oh man,
I don't know if there's trains.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they simply can't operate the trains,
See that, like, I don't know. It's always funny to me.
Watch
like,
someone play video games.
They be playing video games. That one of those little I don't know if there was Amish or Mennonite, so you gotta forgive me, but they had the garb, and one of them little dudes had some kind of gaming system he was playing. He probably made it himself.
He had a Saturn. He had a Sega Game Gear.
I wish I'd have took that bitch from him. Like, what you gonna do? But okay, so we had Heroes. We Devil Dogs is like another local place, and it was like hot dogs, burgers, and chicken tenders and stuff. We went to the Shade Aquarium. We went to the we didn't go to the Chicago History Museum. We went to the regular museum.
Okay.
We pretty much we got around through like Uber and walking.
Okay.
Like we did like I said, we checked the train, so we just did stuff around town.
Did you go see the Bean?
We rode past the Bean.
Okay.
We didn't stop at the Bean. We were in that area, but we didn't go to the Bean.
Yeah, it's what is it called? It's called like Chase Park.
It's called it's called I know what you're talking about. It's not called Chase Park. If it's called Chase Park, it's called like something park. I forgot what it's called. Millennial Park.
When I went there, which is like 2017, 18, I went there for Pokemon Go Fest. It was a Chase Park around there in that general area. And then it's where the Bean is at. It's like an outdoor amphitheater situation over there. And they got the fountain with faces on it. It's a Steak and Shake right there. Not Steak and Shake Shack right there. And it's that Target I told you about is over that way in that general area. There's a theater down there. It's nice, man. I like I said, that little particular.
Yeah, that's downtown Chicago. We were, because it was a Target that was an up and down Target near me too.
Nice.
And luckily, we're like super snobby water drinkers. Like we drink. Like what I got over here near me now. Like I got some alkaline water from Fresh Time. Like I drink one of these in a day. Let me drink some water while I'm at it.
Stay hydrated.
A lot of water. The whole thing?
Yeah, I drink one of those, one a day.
I don't drink enough water.
Why is that? What is holding you back from consuming more water?
Time. Carrying a water bottle is inconvenient. I like to streamline myself and not carry as much as possible. And carrying a water bottle is not fun.
I'm gonna buy you one of those water backpacks for your birthday.
Oh, that'd be nice. And I just tilt my head and drink out of a little straw.
Yeah, just do like this. Yeah, but would that really be streamlined too? Like you got a big ass jug of water in your back at the beginning of the day. Like
It's
during the
not a
night, it'd be
big,
cool.
clunky water bottle about the size of a football.
I know what I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you one of those old school double fisted helmets.
Just the beer helmet. You know what I'm
That they're
saying?
Yeah,
it's like they're wearing at the Adam Sandler movie, The Water Boy.
yeah. What else did we do? We went to instead of going to the sky deck, we went to the 360 deck.
No, what building is that in?
Um, I'm not sure. It was at I'll look it up. You can put it in the liner notes.
Go to
But
the top of the Sears Tower.
no, it because the one we went to had like this attraction where you could tilt out and look over the city.
Where you can eat a bag of dicks? Cause fuck that. That is in the former Sears Tower, the John Hancock building. So you are around the 94th floor, Chicago's best views.
But aren't you safe? Isn't the fear of heights the fear of falling?
That is my indeed. What Anthony was doing was known as tilt.
Yes,
As I read it,
and
Chicago's highest thrill ride. They even describe it as such. They know what it is.
And Emery was not feeling it. He was out of there. He walked right back out of there like, what the fuck is this?
I put some respect on his name because of that, bruh. I mean, so we went to Sky Deck with the kids, and yes, I got out there on the Sky Deck. But no, I think I got on the Sky Deck I didn't get on the Sky Deck with the kids. I got on the Sky Deck with me and Vanessa just by ourselves when we were coming back from taking the kids to my mama's house in 2016. So we stopped our in Chicago and we hit up the Sky Deck, and I think me and her got on, and I got out there and I'm just like, check this motherfucking picture. Get it done. And then I was like,
wow.
get the fuck out of here, bro. I am Heights, me and Heights, which island is so weird because Dan will tell you we went up in CN Tower in Toronto, but when you go up in that bitch, you went on in an old Charlie and Chocolate Factory great glass elevator. They don't tell you that shit. You don't realize it. So as it goes up, you are looking out and over the city, and Box is so. I'm afraid of heights. Box is that much more afraid of heights than I. And he was real, just like tense and not too happy that we was going up in that elevator. So like the last time we went, and that was when it was just me, him, and Vanessa. So the last time we all went, it was the kids and Box and Vanessa. And I was like, yo, we going to see entire? You want to go again? And Box's response was a resounding fuck no. And I can't be mad at nobody. Because when you get there to the top of the CN Tower, they have some of the things they have basically little portals cut through the floor in certain areas. So you can just walk over and you can stand on and look down. But rarely once have I stood on that glass and
that's in Canada.
Yeah,
it's this one. I'm not sure where it is, but it's one like they got like a clear slide that you go around the building in. I want to do that.
No, that sounds fun.
My balls just shifted up into my belly when you said that. God, no.
Like I kind of felt
it happen. I was like, oh no. Oh, I love you, King, but you had to do that on your own. I'll be there. I'll be at the bottom to catch you and hug you and make sure you arrive safely.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be all right. And if not, I'll be my kids will be rich. Maybe. Because they probably got the if you die, they probably got waivers.
Now, I love that bullshit. The reality of it is they might be able to take that to court, but the reality is a good lawyer would probably be like, there's no way this man knew what he was signing. You know what I'm saying? And what you had him sign some shit that he could have possibly understood. So he was over there, or at least looking out at the Navy Pier. Or did
we went to the Navy. We did the Navy Pier, which is nice. Yeah. I mean, all in all, I kind of feel like Chicago. It's very touristy. Like, of course, you always hear about all that bad stuff that happened in Chicago, but I didn't see anything. I mean, I did see a lot of smears of shit on the ground, but
I mean, it's
human shit or dog shit.
Maybe either one.
It's one of the great cities of the world.
It was very nice.
It is like the fourth biggest city in the country, I believe, behind Houston at this point. So it's a big old town, full of people. It moves with a bit of rambunctiousness, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I kind of feel like, as far as like rambunctiousness, DC is the most rambunctious city I've been in.
Man, we done been there like 3 times at this point.
Yeah, I've been there once with y'all and once by myself, and like downtown DC is way more packed and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, of course, I kind of feel like in the real touristy areas, like when we were at the Navy Pier, we seen Paris de Vernon from Cleveland, but that, of course, that place is packed. Of course, it's going to be hard to get out of there. It's a big touristy place. But when we were in DC, it was hustle and bustle everywhere.
Yeah, at all hours too.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I have gone through DC on a late night, and it still be popping on a late night because it's just like it's the seat of government in this country, and that shit, the party don't stop. So
yeah, like luckily, like we were right by a Trader. Like our hotel was right by Trader Joe's, which was nice. It made me like miss having to. Well, like I used to live closer to a Trader Joe's. I wish I still did. Yeah. Man, they got some good shit.
I like that they had such a selection of good booze there, man.
Yeah, me and T plan on. I don't know if we can get it done, but it's only 4 states that have liquor at Trader Joe's, and Illinois and Massachusetts are the 2 that's closest.
Oh, well, sick. Yeah, I know where Trader Joe's at in Boston, over by the Heinz Center. So, and it's like relatively close to where I believe we're going to stay at. So, it's all good.
Oh, you found the place?
Yeah, I had a place. It's the same place I stayed when I went to see the Doughboys last time. It's just a bigger room. So, I just got to pay for it. So, but yeah, so speaking of travels, while we discuss travels, I'll just jump in there. I have currently no less than 4 trips already on the docket for 2022.
Damn.
First trip would be in February with Ant to Boston to go see the Doughboys perform at the Wilbur Theater in Boston. It'd be my grand return to Boston. Haven't been there since 2019. Vanessa and I will be going up to Michigan to see it's a comic she loves. I cannot think of her name right now. Fudge. We were supposed to go see her in 2020 at a comedy festival that ended up getting canceled because of the pandemic. Fortune Feimster. And we've been holding on to those tickets this whole time. Because they hit me up all the time. Like, hey, man, if you want to return them, it's cool, bruv. But if not, we are going to reschedule. And they finally got it rescheduled. And it's like, you good? You good to return them or keep them? And he's like, yeah, we're going to keep them. We're going to go see Fortune up in Michigan because it's right around the town I was born in Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I thought that'd be nice to head up to go up there. And so Michigan's on the deck. And that's in March. And actually the week before that, so actually that's the third trip. The week before that, I have tickets to go see Tyler, the Creator, and Vince Staples up in Toronto, playing at the Scotiabank Arena, where I got to see Childish Gambino perform in 2019, I believe. So, like I said, last time I was up in the 6. Not the 6. No one calls it the 6 up there. They do call it T-Dot. That's one of them nicknames that actually is with the chip. But no one calls it the 6 apparently, but Drake.
Except Drake.
So me and my son, I got tickets to go see Tyler. So me and Xander are going to go up and see Tyler in Toronto in one weekend in March, and then the next weekend in March, I'm going to go up to Michigan to go see Fortune Feimster. And then Box was like, the Blue Jays and Indians, and at that point the Guardians will be playing in August of next year in Toronto. And he's like, we was already planning to get up there and go see them because that's what we do. We would go see Blue Jays, Indians / Guardians games up north, and we make it a point to go up to Toronto when those guys are playing and use that as just the baseline excuse to be like, all right, we're going up to Toronto. And so he was like, "Hey, man," and like because there's talk of them demolishing the Sky Dome, where the Blue Jays play, might be the last time we get to go up there to do that. So, like I said, I already got four planned trips on deck. 3 paid for trips, or 3 of those 4 are paid for almost in full. See, I still got to get a hotel for or Airbnb for Boston, but it's also good. So I fuck with it, and I fuck with travel, and I'm hoping Delta don't fuck up my shine too much. You know what I'm saying? So come on, Delta, don't be a bitch, and that we can get the travel bug rolling again. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I can go buy me some shreddies. All the nigga wants. Several boxes of shreddies and some Canadian Kit Kat, and I'll be straight.
Yeah, but when we go to Boston, we can't bring back liquor in our suitcase, right?
Can they stop me?
Or we have to ship it back.
We could check it, or we could ship it back. And so, I mean, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, like I said, we could definitely put it in our check bags. I mean, I had no intention to really bring it in check bags. We're only going to be there overnight. But I mean, I don't know. And I mean, if anything, we just buy some, try it out, and there you go. Leave it in the hotel room. Have some liquor and some money.
Well, I have. I got a bottle of the vodka, the Trader Joe's vodka. We can try it.
Yeah. So it's awesome. We will find a way and find our path. I finally remembered to get my seat on the correct side of the plane to when you fly to Boston that you are looking at the ocean. You
didn't tell me that.
I told you where I was sitting at. I hope you'd follow everything that I did after that. You
didn't. Well, I'm on the right side of the plane, I believe, and then on this side.
Well, I have no idea what your camera doing. So you're on the right side. You're on the incorrect side. You're on the. You be looking, but you will be looking at the city, so it's okay.
I don't think I picked. Even though because they're short flights, I think I picked the aisle seat for both, because it wouldn't let me pick the same seat for both flights anyway. So. Oh
yeah, see, yeah, I always and whenever I fly JetBlue, which is headquartered in Boston, I just I pay for the upgraded seat, and I did again. It's just what I do. I don't mind it. The seat is dope. They come give you snacks first.
What kind of snacks do they have?
They got them blue chips, them Tetra blue chips, because JetBlue. Yeah, they got some good snacks. They got TV screens on the back of their seats.
I'm about to give you Boston baked beans.
Even on their short flights, no Boston baked beans. I hate you for saying that shit out loud. I would throw a can at you if I could. How dare you, sir?
Boston baked beans is great candy.
You know what you can get in Boston? You can go.
But they covered in peanuts.
You can go to a place where the Boston cream pie was invented, which is the it's the hotel me and Vanessa stay in every time we go to PAX. Can I tell you the name of the hotel to save my life? The Omni Parker Hotel is where the Boston cream pie was invented, and they still serve it there every day. So it's a thing. I can't wait to go back to Boston. Fucking love the town. Now it's gonna be dead in the middle of winter, so who knows how this is gonna be, but I fuck with it. So
I got boots and a coat.
Yeah, I love that town, bro, and I love being in it, and I truly think you'll fuck with it. So I hope you will. So that's what's up. So
I just want to go to the bodega. It's a shoe store, and then I don't care. And then of course go see the Doughboys. After that, I really don't care. Yeah. We can do whatever.
Yeah, we'll hold it down. They got a nice theater there. That's where I saw Captain America and the Winter Soldier initially when it first came out. I've seen Us in that theater. I've seen a bunch of movies in Boston. I go to Boston, I catch a flick usually, man. It's kind of my thing. I got a spot we go to, Southside Diner. Amazing. I eat there every time I'm in there. I'm there. It's over there in Chinatown. It's amazing. Fucking amazing. I love it. I'm telling you, man. It'll be great. We'll have a ball. It's gonna be a whole lot of fun, and we'll be well fed. The 7-Eleven is the shit. It's like you can go there and be like, yo, this is a nice 7-Eleven. This is a well put together 7-Eleven. Wow, amount of they got a bunch of Egyptians in Boston area for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of
you can tell by the way they walk.
That was a good one, Gabe.
Oh shit! I can't even be disappointed. He made me laugh.
Walk like an Egyptian.
That's their selection of Africans. I'll be kicking it with there. That they got a lot of West Indian people there. You know what I'm saying? Amber up there. You know what I'm saying? She West Indian. So
Okay.
yeah, lots of folk. Lots of heads we know is up that way. Of course, the brother Strand is up there. So we might be able to link up with them.
I talked to Pete. I talked to Pete a lot.
Yeah. So we might be able to.
Yeah, we were talking just today about some shoes.
Always some shoes. Yeah, so fuck with it. So, but okay. So Chicago, man. Would you go back? I guess it's kind of how I always measure my.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll. I want to go back. I definitely want to go back without the kids.
Yeah. I think that's the measure of a good vacation situation. Did you feel rested afterwards?
Heck no, man. I'm so fucked up still.
Is that hour difference?
Yeah, that's Central Time Zone to do it to you.
So it was okay. Think about this. It was an hour difference all week. Then like I didn't get no real good sleep at the Airbnb. Then like we had to catch the train at 2 a.m. and then it's a 6-hour train ride to get there. Then it's like 3 hours back or something like that. And then luckily, like when we got there, what we didn't realize was that Lollapalooza was like all the days right before we got there. Yeah. So we get there and like, if I'm not mistaken, Lollapalooza was at the park 2 minutes away from the hotel we were at. Mm-hmm. And then like, so we get to the hotel. We're like, hey, we just got in. Is it possible for us to have our room now? And the guy was like, yeah, sure. Because of course you guys were with me I was on hold for hours trying to find out if this was possible because we were going to be getting in so early. So we got in. As soon as we get in the room is funky. I mean, stanking. And I'm like, what the going on here? So luckily it was a hotel room where you could open up the window. We opened up the window. We aired it out. I called down there. They said they'll send somebody up there. I called down there again, and they didn't do it. So I figured out what it was. The food, the garbage disposal, the food disposal was full of food because it wouldn't turn off and on.
Yeah.
So I go down there. Women always get shit done. I went to go talk instead of calling down there to the dude. I talked to this lady like, look, can we get some tiles and some more sheets, and can we get somebody to come look at the garbage disposal because it's not turning off and on, and it looks like it's full of food. So the guy come up there to come look at the garbage disposal. He's like, what time did y'all get here? I was like, we just got here. He was like, all right, good, because somebody put a glass bottle in this garbage disposal, and it's full of food. They about to get charged for this shit. So they cleared it out, and then we were good. And also, I don't have a garbage disposal at home. Do you guys got one?
I do. Yeah. Mine just got replaced. Remember it was leaking when it was in Detroit?
I never heard of a hotel having a garbage disposal before.
Well, it was a suite, so I don't know if that really makes a difference.
It's like an extended stay spot, right?
Sort of. Yeah.
So it had like a kitchenette situation?
Yeah, the kitchenette situation. I like staying in suites because like I know Lunch was talking about me last time when we were picking the Airbnb, but I want to stay somewhere at least halfway decent. I'm not looking to stay there and frat boy it out. Like like my suggestion when we picked the Airbnb was like, it's 4 of us. Why aren't we going to have 2 bathrooms? So
I'm glad we did. My tummy was not right on that trip, so it would have been real fucked up for me to be holding down the single bathroom we had. So you was right.
I'm we always try to get suites. Now that I know about hotels and I'm starting to take a few more trips, I like the separation. I like, okay, you guys are going to sleep, and like I like getting up earlier, or sometimes I like staying up later. I can close the door, and we can have some separation. I can watch TV and warm up some late night food and not bother anybody. So that's always my thing. Like, let's get a suite. But yeah, it worked out. We had a good time. Um, even though they're when we booked the hotel, they were like, this room only holds 2 people, but they had a pull-out couch, and the boys slept on the pull-out, and we slept in the bed. They jumped out. They jumped on that bitch a bunch of times. It was a good time.
Sounds like fun.
It was for the most part. Like it's always irritating. Kids don't always listen like the way they're supposed to, but they kids, and you gotta be like, all right, I get it. You guys are trying to have a good time too.
Yeah, they on vacation as well. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of walking. Like we walking too. We right here with you.
Okay.
But yeah, that wraps it up. I didn't, I probably left some stuff off, but hey, that's what feedback is for. If you guys want to know something I didn't say, or want to know about, the ins and outs
Fine,
of
so
where
I
we
can't
went.
ask about a Chicago style dog.
Yeah, you know what? But I'm not really like a big hot dog eater to begin with. I looked at one. And I got when you go to different places like museums and stuff, they'll have those corn like you put the 250 cent in and 1 penny, and you get
Yeah,
the
that
like the
turned your
little
penny into a thing.
yes. Every time we go somewhere, I always get those for Anthony. I think it started when we went to Universal Studios, and we found like 2 of them on the ground like during our vacation,
Yeah.
and because he was only 3 back then. It seemed like he'd been around for a long time, but he hasn't. So we started getting those, and then like every time we went to like art museums, every time we go to anywhere, we always get a bunch of those. And I bought like 8 of them while I was there. And one of them is a hot dog.
Ah. Yeah, we
So,
decided to do that with zoos. We went to Cincinnati Zoo to check out Fiona, the miracle hippo.
the
I don't know
Miracle
if you guys
Hippo.
you guys never heard of Fiona the miracle hippo?
I knew that they had a baby hippo down there. I didn't realize that Fiona was miraculous in any way,
She
shape, or form.
she was a preemie.
The Miracle Hippo.
And she's like the most premature born hippo in captivity that's been documented, and they didn't think she'd survive, but she pulled through. And my daughter, my oldest daughter, who loves animals, has been rooting for her, and she finally got to see Fiona when we went to Cincinnati Zoo.
That's really dope that she got to see that because like, I mean, I know your daughter's a little bit older, but I would be there. I would be so like down to go to the trip. Like, man, this miracle monkey out here surviving. Damn, we gotta go see this miracle monkey. I'd definitely be like, you know what, miracle monkey time, man. He at the Toledo Zoo. We gotta go to Toledo.
We got Cincinnati Zoo's not bad. It's pretty cool. We got to see some animals we don't usually get to see. Like they have blue penguins. Who knew? Well,
Oh yeah,
people who
that
know anything about animals know that.
yeah, I know about blue pink, but my kids watch Wild Kratts like a son of a bitch. Your kids watch Wild Kratts?
My kids love the hell out of Wild Kratts.
I gotta break your heart a little bit, man.
What happened?
So, of course, I watch Wild Kratts all the time. Not really watch it, but like I'll be sitting here working and stuff, and my kids will be watching it like over this way. And one of the characters on the show, I was just like, man, what the fuck is up with that person's voice? Because it's the Wild Kratts are 2 white guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then they got like another white dude who work in the office, and then it's like a Hispanic
Yeah,
or a Latin
Latin chick.
Latin chick, and
She
then
invents all the suits and everything.
it's a black lady.
She's
And I'm
not
like,
voiced by a black person, is she?
she is definitely not, because she was saying something one day. I was like, Ain't no black person gonna say it like that. So I jumped on IMDb. I'm like, man, it's a redhead. Man, I was just like, what is going on
Oh,
here? I
my
was
heart is broken.
disappointed.
What is this person's name? The character name?
I'll look it up. You guys can keep on bannering.
Oh, I happen to have it on the screen already. That's why I was asking if you knew the character's name. Koki?
Koki, yes, the
Koki.
black person.
Oh, this is not a black person at all.
Mm-mm.
Oh, how have they not get PBS? Come on, we expect better of you.
I will
We
put it here
do.
I will put it in the chat if you guys would like to observe
Sure.
the artist.
Oh, always going to the chat always messes up everything. I will. I'll look after we're done recording.
Heather Bambry.
It's a very white name.
A Canadian jazz singer and voiceover artist from Toronto, Canada. Toronto.
Oh, she's a culture vulture. She's even singing jazz. Does she save it like Ryan Gosling's character?
I'm not. First of all, La La Land a better movie than people give it credit for. So you got to chill with that shit. And I don't know if this woman saved jazz. She just chose jazz singing as her vibe. So I'm not mad at her. I do not accept that she is a black character a Latinx character or a black character on the Wild Kratts.
She's a black character. They have a Latin character. Who's that voiced by?
But
Oddly enough, what looked like a black woman.
What?
But it could maybe it was
Afro Latinx.
you know what? Actually, now that I look at her, I don't even think that's what's going on there. Let's see what this Canadian person is. This Canadian person is of Greek and Egyptian descent. So black was right.
So
they need to switch character.
Well, then the Latin character would be voiced by a white jazz singer.
Is she Latin in the show?
Yeah, she even says shit in Spanish like "increíble."
Yeah, she does. That's right. You're right. You're totally right.
Increíble.
Yeah,
well,
you totally right.
There has been a come to Jesus moment in voice acting that has been like trying to get people who are the people, voicing these characters. Cleveland Brown got a new voice actor, you know what I'm saying? Because the guy was like, yo, I can't be doing this shit no more, man. That's fucked up. Hank Azaria finally was like, I can't do Apu no more. It took 30 years to get that nigga to stop, but he did. So I mean,
who does Apu now?
Apu don't exist on The Simpsons anymore.
What happened to him?
They simply don't even write for Apu. He don't come through no more, bro. I think is how they handle it.
I've watched Simpsons forever.
Every single person on this Wild Kratts voice cast is white or white passing. The brownest person in that cast is that Greek Egyptian, and
should she be voicing a Latin chick?
Yeah, I will throw her in the chat as well. And again, like I say, after the fact, you can check the chat.
Oh man, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Her name's straight up Athena, like straight up got a Greek ass name.
Yeah, Athena Karkanis. She is her daddy Greek. I'll put it to you like that. Your daddy Greek. That's a wow. Yo, what I did discover, Aunt, on the humble, and I wish I would have known sooner. It's a Portillo's up near Detroit. So we can just take.
I did not get to go to Portillo's.
I trust. I knew you would have told me if you would. So, but it is yet again a 3-hour, 8-minute drive away. But it's a Portillo's up there, so the cake shake dream lives on.
I kind of feel like we could just go to Chicago again. Lunch like driving. He can drive that 6 hours.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm all about that. Like, cause I fuck with being on Lake Michigan, and so I'm down for that. If you don't want to go, if we don't want to go back to Detroit, we can take Skim to. We can take Skim. Well, I mean, the next trip for Skim is of course going to be to East. What was that? East.
Philly.
No, it wasn't Illy. I thought
it was in New Jersey.
In New Jersey,
yeah, it was. I'm trying to scroll in on it now. It was a particular town in Jersey.
They had the Oreo place?
Yeah. Well, Gabe discovered an Oreo cafe in
My wife actually discovered it and sent it to me to send to you guys.
Very good. And like, I gotta. What the fuck was that, bro?
Thank the pod, mommy. Roll out.
Either way, I'm sorry. It's in Jersey somewhere, man. And that's got to be where we go next. And it's like basically 90 minutes outside of Philadelphia, so we could probably slide down one way after you're saying, because we've been talking about going to Philly for years to go check out Freedom Donuts.
It's
Yeah, I
Oreo
want some of that
Cafe.
cookie.
Yeah. So
90 minutes of yep. We can go visit the Roots.
well, they
I'm sure Questlove wouldn't mind seeing us.
I can tell you that Questlove lives in Manhattan, and
Oh.
so no, and
Black Thought.
Black Thought does live in the general Philly, Jersey area. So, but you know, where the fuck is that? Oreo Cafe. Oreo Cafe is because Box got the instructions for it. It's like a 7-hour road trip.
I found it 7 hours, 10 minutes.
Is that a place we should fly to?
East Rutherford, New Jersey.
I'm not gonna lie to you, driving all the way across the Keystone State is on some bullshit, but I hear you. East Rutherford, New Jersey. East Rutherford, New Jersey, where I think is that where Rutgers is at?
Ruckus?
Yeah. Rutgers College or University. Rutgers. Where are you at, Rutgers? They claim New Brunswick, Jersey, but I mean it's probably in that general area.
Yeah, we went to Princeton, New Jersey. I really had a good time there. I like college towns.
Whatever is just across the bridge in from Philly to Jersey is awful. Similar to going across the bridge from Louisville, Kentucky into Indiana. Awful. So I'm with you. I'm trying to figure out what's popping in East Rutherford because I know that city name so well that it must be something going on now down there in Bergen County, Chancellor and Bergen. You know, what I'm saying if you listen to Redman, he always talking about such matters. So maybe something in hip hop has just taught me about East Rutherford, New Jersey is all I know. So I can't call it. Gabriel, man, what's been popping with you, bro?
Oh man, what isn't been?
Yeah, you got to catch us up because again, apparently we are just way behind. I don't even know what the hell's going on right now.
Well, I mean, I got stories about getting sick. I got stories about yelling at my neighbor.
I want to hear the yelling at the neighbors.
What the fuck? You love your neighbors?
No.
Did.
Not. I like the neighbors on one side. The neighbor on the other side's this old couple, and one of the guy is a creep.
Oh. Do we want to hear this story?
Sure.
No. I asked you, do we want to hear it?
All right. So it's okay. So this is what it goes down. Me and him have been getting along for a long time. I mean, we got neighbors on, if you're facing the street on our left side who have three girls. I call them little because they've been little to me. I mean, even though one's old like a teenager. And we love them. On the other side is this old couple. And we just haven't gotten along with that guy for a long time. He cuts trees while we're gone.
You cut tall trees?
Yes.
What?
Well, he says he cuts the branches that grow over his side, but he really hacked the shit out of them. I mean, I've
been wanting to do that to my neighbor's tree.
I wasn't that upset. I mean, I wasn't that upset about it, but the wife was upset, so I got upset.
Happens. That happens a lot. Like to me, like my kids would do something. I'm like, oh, it ain't that bad. And then they mom would get mad at them. Like, man, come on, man, you fucking up my life now.
Exactly, because I got to hear that shit.
Yeah.
As predicted, Gabe is frozen
Oh,
and disappeared. We lost Gabe. Will Gabe's recording be there? I doubt it. So will you have an episode this week? Maybe I'll give you this episode and we'll just keep motherfucking moving. Because that's just how it is.
he's back.
Is he? Because that's a black box. We made it so far.
That was a good hour.
There. What's the last thing you heard me say?
You were saying about the neighbor cut down the tree, and then you weren't that mad about it, but then your wife was upset about it.
Yeah. Just like I said, I got to hear that shit.
Yeah.
Internet. Ain't that a bitch?
Go ahead, just keep going. You got it.
Anyway, my wife's just trying to. It's while I'm gone. He pulls this shit. My wife's trying to wrangle the kids, and then she starts yelling because sometimes you yell at kids because that's what having kids is, man. You yell at them sometimes. And he, from his side of the fence, said, "Stop yelling." Like she's in the middle of yelling at the kids. Like, man, you stay your fucking ass out of this shit.
It's like that, yeah, bro. Like you over there for a reason. You bought your house for a reason. I bought my house for a reason. I can do what I do in my house.
Yes.
Please don't make me come next door.
And she says, like, we're sick of his shit at this point because we've been going back and
Goodbye, Gabe. Again, will he come back? We'll see.
I hope so.
Oh shit!
Did you lose
Gabriel? Fuck your internet.
me again?
Oh, yeah, you back.
Easy though.
What? Can you hear me?
Yes, you were stuck for a minute though.
Okay.
So you say he was yelling at the kids?
Well, no, he told my wife to stop yelling at the kids. You know, he didn't tell her to stop yelling at the kids. He just said stop yelling.
Oh,
She's like,
how old is this dude?
God, he's got to be in his late 60s. He looks terrible.
That's too young to be a bitch.
I mean,
like late 60s. Y'all been there for a while. That means when he first started, he was in his early 60s.
Yes.
So do you have to go approach him on this matter?
Well, she says to him, "Go to hell." I mean, she
said, "Eat a dick, old man."
Well, go to hell is not nicer than what I would have said. And
what clever thing would you would have pulled out? It's too late for your daughter's wedding, so you can't have a heart attack. So just shut the fuck up.
I guess could have threatened to break his hip or something.
I hope you slip on leaves in the middle of the night, right before a snowstorm. You cover in snow and die slow.
Damn. That sounds like something I would say, though.
Yeah, I tried to get into my inner Gabe.
My inner Gabe.
I hope you fall down the stairs when your wife gone for a week.
But he comes back with a fuck you to her.
What?
Yeah. He pulls this shit while I'm gone because I'm not there to do anything about it. And the next time I see him, I'm like, hey.
Don't talk to my wife like that.
Hey, old man, don't talk to my wife like that. You don't talk to her at all. You got a problem with my family, you come see me. But you don't say that shit to her. He's like, He's like, well, she told me to go to hell, and I said you should go to hell.
Next time you talk to my wife, I'm gonna fuck yours.
I said, be real quick, like, if you talk to my wife that way again, I'm gonna send your ass there myself. It's just gonna be that way, bro.
I try not to threaten him because I didn't. I'm trying not to go to jail. I'm trying to be careful about what I say. I did say he should go to hell.
He should. You didn't say you was gonna make him go there, but he should.
What else?
I'll see you in hell.
It was just so heated, some yelling back and forth.
What other classic old man lines did he use on you?
He's like, well,
It must not have been that good.
No,
he just a mouthy motherfucker when nobody's around to
yeah, he doesn't like
yeah, he ain't gonna ever approach you on that shit. He'll be he misogynist. He just shitty on women.
Yeah, I think so. Because like we got this female this woman across the street he has beef with all the time.
Female.
I told him, like, look, man. Sorry. I said, look, man, you have a problem with the neighbor across the street. You have the problem with the neighbors next to you. You got a problem with our neighbors on our side. Why don't you take the hint? It's you. No one likes you in this neighborhood. You're the problem.
You the bitch.
He didn't have shit to say about that, though.
Yeah, at that point, he's just like,
I guess you're right. Until next time, Gadget.
One of the neighbors that lives next to him on the other side of us, is their yard kind of wraps around, so their yard is behind us.
Yeah.
He came over to see what's going on. Like, hey, what's going on?
I'm gonna leave all these big old gaps in here so y'all can hear every time Gabriel's computer just be like, nope. I'm not adding them shits out or nothing. I'm leaving them hoes in there. And then y'all can be like, T, I can understand your frustration. And I'll be like, damn right you can. I'm leaving them gaps in there. All of them.
All right.
So the neighbor with the wraparound yard came over and said, what's going on?
I said, I told him what's going on, and I said if I wasn't a more civilized man, I'd probably beat his ass. He's like, yeah, I don't blame you. He waits till I'm not around to go yell at the woman across the street. So everyone knows his MO.
When you leave, you gonna jump his ass? Y'all gonna jump him?
That might not be a bad send off.
Yeah, that's a good family activity. Which one of your kids you think could get the most hits in?
Oh, the older boy.
You don't like him either?
He's got those fast hands.
Oh yeah.
Well, my kids know him as the bad man.
Oh wow.
They're not allowed to be outside when the bad man's out there. And we're not secret about it. We just told him to his face. Like we said, don't you ever talk to our kids. And we turned around to him while he was still out there, while he was still in earshot, and say, kids, this guy's a bad man. He's a creep. If you ever see him, if you're outside and you ever see him, come into the house. So they run away from him.
What? How did y'all know he was? What does he do? Creepy though.
He likes to stare into people's windows, but he says it's from his yard, so it's okay.
Right.
He ogles the like teenage girls in the neighborhood.
I mean, what else does he have left, Gabe?
He's got his wife, and he's got like remember that half your age plus 7. Fucking R. Kelly ass.
How what's his wife on a scale of 1 to 10?
God. You get an extra mean now.
She is 0?
She's a 3.
In Ohio, 3?
Yes, in Ohio, 3.
So anywhere else a 1?
Just mathematically like a 0.5.
Oh.
No.
In other section of the world.
That's amazing.
Well,
remember, a New York 9's and everywhere else 6. Time-wise. The opposite goes for chicks. New York 6, Ohio 9.
I think there's got to be like pros and cons that having that many good-looking women around you. I mean, good-looking women that know they're good-looking don't try that hard in bed. They're like,
You know
it should be
what?
enough that you're
That's
fucking
I,
me.
I think that's a falsehood. I think we have fed ourselves that line of reasoning to
don't put me in that shit.
I think some have fed themselves that line of reasoning to make them feel better about some situations. It might be some good looking hoes that don't put in that work, but it'd be some fine ass hoes that do. So we gonna put respect on those ladies' names
Okay.
because them ladies out there ladying, and we gonna respect it.
I
So,
was
All
gonna
right.
say,
All right.
I
You're
don't-
right. You're right to correct me.
I don't think I slept with that many Ugmos in my life, and yeah, I've been with some hard triers.
Oh, okay.
what else is going on with you, man? Let's try to get it in before your computer say "fuck you" again.
All right. Fuck.
Oh,
this
hey,
computer.
Kearney says not recording, so this is already chaos. So again,
We
it
said
said
that
that
before.
before,
We had that before.
and it,
We
and,
recorded.
it was recorded. So we're gonna hope that this is still going, and we'll
Okay.
just keep on keeping on.
I got sick I got sick at work from a migraine. That was one of the times I said like I don't think I can make it to recording.
Yeah. So like barfed.
Yes.
Wow. Like in front of people.
Yes. That's what the story is.
Damn,
So I
I can't wait.
I'm feeling I'm progressive. I got to wake up with a headache, but not a bad headache. I go to work. I'm still functioning. I mean, yeah, I guess in this time of COVID, if you got a headache, maybe you shouldn't go to work.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I got shit to do. What am I supposed to do? I go, and at lunchtime, I'm like, all right, I'm going to go lay down in my car. I'm going to be all right after I get like a little nap in for my lunch hour. After laying down for a little bit, I'm like, I don't feel so well. I got to get out. And I get out, and as soon as I get out, I start throwing up. All the coffee I drank before that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and after throwing up like once or twice, I hear from behind me, "Are you okay?" And I turn around, and it's it sounded like Richard Pryor.
No, I ain't all right.
It's one of my coworkers, and one of my coworkers. She's in her car, going to get some lunch.
Oh, that's good. She witnessed you being sick because you could have just left. Like,
Yeah,
like I'm sick, and then just go. I gotta go. Tell them
kept
you
trying to-
seen me being sick.
well, yeah. I turn around to say like, well, I just threw up again. Like I didn't even get the sentence out of I just threw up before I start throwing up again. And it's real like violent. Like it's getting caught in my beard and shit. Like there's coffee
Because
vomit.
it was
from my
mostly
beard.
liquid.
Yes.
I like a good throw up.
I did not like that to throw up.
Like if it's too chunky and stuff and it's not coming out the way it's supposed to,
Oh,
that can be difficult. But like if
comes
you
out
got a
your
good,
nose?
yeah, it's never came out of my nose before. Did it come out your nose?
A little bit.
Oh no!
It was real like spouting out there.
So it was
like-
violent.
Yes. I mean, I was a pretty heavy drinker back in my day, so I'm no stranger to throwing up. I got some pretty good throw up stories. I need T's judgmental face when I tell him though, so I'm away from the get back on the mic. He's back.
Sorry, I had to pee.
That's all right. That was fast.
Let's go downstairs.
We're telling some throw up stories, and
a classic throw up story from Terrence Dwayne. I just gave you my whole name. Sorry about that, but it is what it is. Will I beep it? Maybe. One time we had my mama, it was like we had been to church already. but she announced that we had to go to somebody else's service. And I remember saying out loud, man, I hate church. And we go to this dang service and we sitting there and I'm just like woozy and not feeling it. And then out of nowhere, in the middle of service, just start horking it up, brother. Blah, right on somebody's dress. Because the lady in front of me, the lady is sitting in front of me, just got earled on. And
how did you react?
I felt bad because I thought I was being punished for saying I hate church. Because, of course, that's what it is to be raised in the church. You just think everything you do is based on God must be mad at you because that's the mindset we have. And I felt terrible about that. You know what I'm saying? Well, but also it proved me right that I should have been at church. My mom played you, man. And
I hate church, but I love throwing up on women's dress.
What was the scientific explanation for the throw up, though?
No, I have no recollection. I was a child. This is when I was a youngin', so I can't call it.
Maybe one time that made you throw up.
One time,
I think you ate too many peppermints.
We was at Applebee's or some sort restaurant. This is me, my ex-wife, and the kids. And Lee my youngest was not feeling great. We didn't know that. It just all over the table right there. And like the server comes over and is like sees her like sees them in the midst of their Earl mode. And it's like, oh my God, here, starts giving us all the paper towels, starts bringing us more, and it's like, basically, just like we got to go. As you can see, I'm so very sorry. We had I don't think we'd been served food yet. I think they were just like I think if anything they were just drinking the drinks that we had just gotten drinks.
Oh, you still had the tip though, didn't you?
Of course, but they let us dip out the back door, like the emergency exit. But it was that was a wild one. In the public barf game, those are the two that stick out to me. The lobbyists.
The one
I'm sorry, I missed it, and I will hear it in the edit. But were you okay with them checking in on you?
It's a little embarrassing to be so vulnerable, and you're very vulnerable when you're throwing up. But
did she rub your back?
No, she never got out of her car. But she says, like, look, I got 2 kids at home. Nothing grosses me out. And it's like, all right, it's fine.
But obviously, I mean, she still didn't come out and help you. That's bullshit.
No. She didn't know what I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't know what you had, but like, just be like, oh, y'all all right down there?
She's like, yeah, you can't go back to work. Like, yeah, I think I am going to have to go home. She offered me a ride home. She's like, should you be driving? Like, I'm going to drive.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
Rainbow showers.
Ew.
Ew.
Oh my God.
That one's going to stick out with me, and another one that sticks out with me. Oh, man. So did I tell this one already?
I don't know. You didn't tell it yet.
I'm at the bar. I got fucked up. And I'm like, I'm going to throw up. And I'm trying to head to the bathroom, but it's a bar. It's pre-COVID. You got to imagine, just a bar. It's hard to move through. And I'm not going to make it to the bathroom. So I cover up my mouth with my hand. But what's that do? That's like putting your finger over the hose.
Yeah, because it's just
it
comes out the side.
No, it's shot straight.
Oh,
it shot straight on this dude's back.
What was he doing, laying on the floor?
No, I'm standing up, and it goes horizontal from me.
Yeah, like right on the dude's. Like I said, just comes spraying out on the sides.
Right on the dude's leather jacket.
Oh, easily cleanable.
Yeah, I'm glad he was wearing a leather jacket and that's not like a tank top.
I stood there for a few minutes waiting for him to react, and I guess he didn't feel it.
Even better.
You just should have just kept going.
I did. I dipped out.
I remember one time.
On his back.
I was in a car. I mean, this ain't throw up, but it's pretty much the same thing. So I was in the car, and my friend was smoking like a Black and Mild or a Cherry Blend or something like that, and he was like, flicking down the ash like into. We were in a Lincoln Continental, so it was an old car. and it had the little like it had an ashtray in the back. And the dude who was driving, he was passing him the cigar. I'll just keep it at that. And an amber fell on his neck from the cigar, right? And he was like, "Ow, my neck, all right?" And we was like, "Yeah, it's all right," but it wasn't. It took off like this whole ass piece of skin. I ain't never seen no skin burn that fast. He had like a big, like a dime sized pink spot on his neck.
Oh.
He was like, "Oh man, you straight?" Oh, man,
Why'd you lie to that man?
I didn't lie. I didn't. First of all, I wasn't smoking at all. I was just in the back chilling. And two, the other guy lied and said he didn't burn his neck. He was gonna find out anyway.
Next time he shaved the back of his neck.
I mean, we were like 16 or 17. I'm sure he wasn't shaving the back of his neck. But
Oh, well, I guess I was a particularly hairy guy then.
yeah, all three of y'all hairy, man.
Yeah, it's true. I had a beard at 15.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't help
So,
me buy
were you-
beer, though.
Oh, that's dope.
All right. Well, I mean, let's see. What's been going on in T's world? Went to the movie theater, saw Free Guy.
Free guy.
Yeah, the Ryan Reynolds movie, the video game.
Oh, okay.
Movie. Yeah. Very good. Way better than it has any right to be. Which a thing I've noticed about August movies. Oftentimes they put movies in August because they feel like this ain't. They worry that it could go either way. So they put it in August with hope. People be high hopes, I'm sure, but they never trust that it's gonna work itself out. But like the original Guardians of the Galaxy was an August movie. You know what I'm saying? So and Scott Pilgrim was an August movie. So it's like these are junks that just I've noticed that I have a decent track record in the month of August, and it was a pretty good movie. And I would tell you go check it out. So I believe it's a theater only kind of junk. So real funny, real fun. And it's original IP, which is rare in the movie theater games at this point. So I would tell you to go check out Free Guy. I had a good time with it. Finished Last of Us Part 2 last night. That game was amazing for so many reasons, but also went way longer than it should have. It was like 3-4 times that game. It's the end. Must be the end of it, right? And it's like, nope. Like, what the hell? How's we still going?
Spoilers.
Oh yeah, if you have not played The Last of Us, we're gonna talk about some things. So
that whole last fight was so unnecessary. That last like maybe hour of the game is like Bad Boys 2. It's like right when you think it's over.
Why did they go to Cuba? Why?
Like, yeah, that whole like when you go back to that town looking for what's her name again? Abby. Right, that whole hour going to look for Abby and then fighting her. Totally unnecessary. Totally.
Yeah.
And then you fight her only to not kill her.
I was okay with that part. A lot of people were not okay with that, but I was okay with that because
I didn't want to kill her, but I just thought that whole part was unnecessary.
It's just like I think a good chunk of that was her, Ellie, realizing what she had lost in both Joel, but also that she had just given up on Dina and Potato, and saying left her whole family just to go on this ill-fated, dumb revenge mission. You know what I'm saying? And so,
and then she get all the way back there, and that old girl gone.
Yeah, that was sad as shit right there. That did strike me. That was striking. But that game it might be the prettiest game I've ever played in my life. Like, it's just gorgeous. Yeah, their animation and rigging is some of the finest I've ever seen. And I played video games for a mighty long time. The story was very interesting. I like the time travel conceit. You know what I'm saying? Where you just go back in time and you bring it back, and then you come back to the present and so forth and so on. It was wildly gory. It was some fucked up shit in that game.
Oh man, my favorite thing is those bombs, the new bombs.
The ones you just the trap bombs.
Yeah, and the new arrows.
And I didn't use the explosive arrows enough. And in fact, because most of the time I try to go silent, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I could just mark without drawing attention to myself. But I do want to go fuck around in New Game Plus and see if I can get all the trophies and platinum it. Because everything I have left to do to platinum is just collectibles, basically.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure. And plus, New Game Plus, you can turn on unlimited ammo and shit. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna turn on unlimited ammo and unlimited, crafting supplies and just go body that bitch. And,
watching those people lose limbs and stuff is very fun.
That, but like I said, spoiler, man. Her killing a pregnant woman that she didn't know was pregnant.
Yeah,
was wild fucked up. I ain't seen shit like that since reading the Walking Dead graphic novel, where it's just like, yo, that was real fucked up. And in that situation, it was Rick's wife had the baby in his arms and turned around, and a woman had a shotty and popped Rick's wife and killed that baby that was in her arms. And that shit was crazy. They said that's some shit they could never put in a TV show and never did, of course. So it was wild. The Rat King of Walker, that you come across in the bottom of the hospital. It's like a bunch of infected all mushed together.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, disgusting,
and very hard.
Yeah, it was a bit of a challenge. I died a couple of times on that one, and so. Yeah.
I remember. It's so funny. Like that game, I played that game a while ago, and I was playing in the back, and then my girlfriend came in and was like, "How many times you gonna die?" I died on that part so many times.
No, so I played that game in particular on easy. I really just wanted to get the story out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But it was still like 30 plus hours. And still enough of a challenge where I did die a couple of times. For fuck ups, I jumped the wrong way and I fall off something, But
I died so many times. Like the one part where Abby gotta go across the in the like a ladder across the sky.
Yeah.
I died so many times in that part.
You just just push the damn stick the other way.
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, you can say that now, but that shit was hard.
I hear you, man. But really, really, really an amazing game. It's funny. So I have been saving this entire time multiple podcasts that are spoiler podcasts about The Last of Us Part 2. I've had them in my queue since last year, and I've never erased them, and I've held on to them. So I've been going through now, listening to commentary about it. And as it turns out, it's things I didn't know because I didn't. Like I said, I knew I was going to play that game eventually. I just because what it was before Last of Us 2 came out, I had just finished Last of Us 1, and I could not play them back to back. Chalfie told me I should play it back to back, and I was like, I'm glad I'm so much better that I did not play them back to back. That would have been too much. It just would have been too much on my mind at that point. But so I didn't know all the controversy around that game and how many people was mad about that game and so forth. So that was an interesting thing to learn about. But people was bitches on the internet. And so like I don't know if all of us have watched it, but The Suicide Squad is
I haven't watched it yet.
Is well reviewed by critics and pretty well reviewed by audience as well. But the score, the audience score is about 7 or 8 points lower than the critic score because people set out to review bomb that movie because they want the air cut of the original Suicide Squad movie and feel like that movie wasn't given a chance, and the air cut of that movie would help lend credence to the Snyderverse because they want that to exist. they are mad and review bombing the Suicide Squad. So it's like people on the internet, bro, with too much time on their hands, being dumb and doing dumb shit. It's just a wild one to your boy. But other than that, I think I said it already. My youngest child started high school today, but today not really. They're not for education. Today they just basically did
Orientation.
they did do pretty much an orientation and introduce them to the building and the structure and their teachers and so forth. And this is me literally turning this knob and it keeps turning itself back up. So I'm gonna really have to work on this microphone here in a little bit to see what's going on in it. But so tomorrow's the actual day of education, but also tomorrow, because both my children are in band, they have to be at block rest and ready to practice at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So, because both my kids are in the marching band. My son's last year in marching band. My youngest child's first year in marching band. It's a wild one out there. I am wildly excited for tomorrow's game. We'll see how I keep myself together. But we're playing John Marshall. It's a non-conference game, so we can test our mettle against a non-conference foe and see how we doing. And I think that'll be fun, and I'm excited about that.
We plan on being there.
It's kind of wild that my oldest is about to finish high school. My youngest has just now started, and I took them to school this morning. I had a conversation with them. I'm a speech giver. It's who I am. It's in me. So I sat there and explained to them that in reality, this is the last bit of school that they have to attend. I would like them to go to college, but they don't have to go to college, and that it's way better than junior high ever was. Junior high is a fucked up time just because your body's going through it, your mind's going through it, and teachers is weird and shit. And she goes, yeah, I know. She goes, they was like, that's bull. It's crazy how they was like, you know what I'm saying? The bell ring and they running to lock the damn door. And I'm like, yeah, that's weird and unnecessary. And they will swear to you it's because it's going to be hard in high school. And then it turns out high school is nothing like what they claim it to be. They're just a bunch of liars. And I go, maybe they went to a hard high school or whatever, but that's just not how it normally functions. They're just kind of a bunch of liars. And I just kind of gave them a little pep talk. Not that they needed a pep talk, but I am a pep talk giver. And I told them, this truly is one of those times like these. You will meet people that you will know and love for the rest of your life in high school. You will have friends that you have fucked with for years that all of a sudden won't be talking to you no more, and you kind of got to be like, okay, we just don't talk no more, and that's okay. And like I said, I just like being honest about it and real with them about it. And then I don't know. I hope it settled in. I hope they heard me, and I hope they will grow off of it. I told them be bold, man. Don't be timid. I was timid in high school. I was wildly timid in high school, and I don't want my children to be timid in life. I want them to take the bull by the motherfucking horns, and I hope they do. And if opportunities for leadership or other things pop up, don't sleep. Take advantage of it and go be great. And I hope they do. So I fuck with it, man. That's basically his life has been that and records and so forth and so on, and that's been the role. Did Xander get the car? Did we talk about the car when we was in Detroit? Yes. Did he have a car yet? Okay.
Yeah, because I bought him the cassettes while we were
yes,
there.
Yes.
In Sandusky.
Yeah. So his car is I took it to my shop, and they were like, "Yeah, you looks like you might need a new muffler." And
he didn't want to get a new muffler.
No, well, he wants a Volvo muffler, and not somebody put another muffler on there.
Mm-hmm.
My shop is like, I can't get that muffler, but go holler at my boy, tell him I sent you, and in fact, have him call me and I'll talk to him. And okay, cool. So I took it to his boy, which is Affordable Mufflers over there on 131st in Lorraine. If you're on the west side of Cleveland, good guy. His name is John. He's a nice guy. And then John hits me up a couple hours later, like I can't get this muffler. He goes, I'm sorry. He goes, if you can find it on the internet, I'll gladly put it on for you, but I can't get it from nobody I know. So I finally was just like, okay, we got to take it to Volvo directly. The Volvo dealership on the west side has no appointments for the rest of the year.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So I got him an appointment for the end of the month at Volvo out in Bedford.
Okay.
but it's on a Monday.
But for
Yeah,
auto mile.
yeah, it's on a Monday, which is school. So I'm like, but my kid my son this year gets to leave for lunch, and he has a what you call it right after that, a study hall. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, Monday the 30th, we're gonna ride this bitch out to Bedford, drop it off. I go, I'll meet you there. I said, I'll just get up and leave at the same time. We'll leave out at the same time. That we can get out there at the same time. We'll drop these cars off. We'll drop your car off and have them look at it. So we're going to see what they say about his muffler, his oil leak, and any other issues that come about, and see if I can make sure his car is a safe runner. It does fine, and he's been doing well with it and so forth. But just in case, you know what I'm saying, I want to make sure it's running tight before all is said and done. So my child is driving around a 98 Volvo V70 wagon. It looks great. It's just old as shit. And so with that comes, the trouble that is old cars. But there you go. You caught up on T's existence pretty much for the right now. I got some Patti LaBelle double crust peach cobbler on my stove in the other room, if you was wondering.
I want to try that custard pie by her from Walmart.
I had her buttermilk pie, I think it was.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, it's good. It's wild sweet though. So I mean, like I said, I feel like that one felt like a diabetic setup.
Yeah,
diabetic setup.
No, we already have the title, but that ain't good. You're right. That ain't bad. But you know how we do, people. In most situations, in all situations, even when we was on the road, I made a point to get an M of the asshole in. This is one of them situations where I definitely got one I'm reading regardless. But I'll run through all of them right quick and let you know what you think as we head to the mean streets of Reddit. Am I the asshole for not wanting my fiance's grandmother, 98 female, at our wedding? Am I the asshole for telling another gym member to wear a bra?
Yes.
Am I the asshole for not quitting my job over a colleague's crush? Am I the asshole for refusing to send my daughter to live with my sister despite being homeless?
You got access to a computer. Good.
Am I the asshole for telling my stepmom she has no rights to my baby? And am I the asshole for not putting pants on?
Ever or in a specific situation?
We would have to read the file.
I'm Winnie the Pooh all the time.
Yeah, mine so far is the one about the dude or the person not quitting the job because of someone liked them.
Yeah, we both tilted our heads at that one.
Yeah, that's the one I'd rather hear out of all of them.
Well, you are definitely going to get this fiance 98 at the wedding because I want to know about that one.
Okay.
So I will do that one first, and then we'll do the ones you guys want. Am I the asshole for not wanting my fiance's grandmother, 98 female, at our wedding? My fiance, 30 male, and I, 28 female, are getting married next month. Everything is going great, but we've been having a serious argument about having his grandmother at our wedding. We've agreed to not have kids at our wedding as we want a reception to be a huge party for our adult friends and family with dancing.
And that bitch childish.
Loud music and an open bar. However, for precisely the same reasons that we don't want kids there, I don't want his elderly grandmother at our wedding either. I say she can come to the ceremony, but not the reception. It will be extremely loud, and I want it to be a party atmosphere, and she'll be extremely out of place. For context, none of my grandparents are still alive, and he still has his last living grandmother. This has caused a huge fight, since she said she has always dreamed of being at her grandson's wedding. He is her oldest grandchild, and she probably won't make it to the next family wedding, which is why I said that she's more than welcome at the ceremony, but she'll just be too out of place at the reception. She and he both insist that she will be fine and want to go to the party, But I just know it would inevitably lead to us dealing with her and taking care of her. And I just want to get drunk and loose with all my friends. She's now really upset and won't talk to me, and my fiance is also angry. I think I am within my rights to make this request. I am the bride after all.
Oh,
Am I the asshole?
I'm gonna say yes because this is a grown woman. You don't know how she's 98 doesn't mean she doesn't get down.
Yeah.
And she said herself, "I'll be fine. I'll be fine." She's a grown woman. She can say, "I'll be fine."
Mm, I'm just going to bow out. I don't really think she's an asshole. I kind of feel like, yeah, like they compromised. They said, like, you're going to the wedding. Like, if you want to have a loud, boisterous time, like at your reception, I mean, mm, I don't know.
Maybe grandma wants to get drunk too.
Let's
I
see
guess
the
you.
comments.
No, go ahead.
You're the asshole.
Oh,
Not sure how you could be more the asshole, to be honest.
oh,
You're hearing the love of your life say that this is important. You're hearing someone really important to your partner say this is important. And you're putting getting drunk ahead of that. For fuck's sake, she's been a grown adult longer than you have been alive. I'm sure she can handle any tiredness and noise as she wishes. If I was your partner, I'd be noticing the red flags.
Wow. Well, what was Aunt gonna say?
I don't know. Maybe I just didn't care that much.
Oh,
if like you usually like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big fan of old people.
oh.
Here's another one.
Hate
Here's
old
another
people.
one. It says, OP, do not marry this man in big block letters. And then in
Oh.
small letters beneath this, it says, you'll make his life miserable.
Wow. How mean.
This person says OP is too young to get married. She hasn't yet realized that old people know that what young people get up to at weddings and parties on account of having been young once, and also been to many weddings and parties themselves throughout their lives. OP Granny is a big girl and capable of taking herself to bed when she's had enough. Denying her a seat at the table for the meal, speeches, cake, toast, and first dances because after that you'll be drunk is a lot more mortifying to you than how mortifyingly drunk you're planning to get.
Yeah,
In case you didn't know, Reddit decided this person was the asshole. I agree they're the asshole, and I would, you know how I get. That would be enough to me to say maybe we shouldn't be getting married. Piss off.
yeah. I mean, she's a old people know what young people do, and they were young once too. She's 98. They probably used cocaine as a Novocaine when she went to the dentist. She can fucking party.
Probably so.
Ah, shit. Let's check out the one the fellas wanted to read, and that is Am I the asshole for not quitting my job over a colleague's crush?
All right, let's guess.
Oh yeah, we didn't guess the last one, but who cares? What do you do? I'm gonna say not the asshole. Why should anybody quit their job over some bullshit? But we'll see.
All
I'm
right,
gonna say not the asshole.
I hate to make it unanimous, but I don't see how this person is going to be the asshole. You don't give up a good paying job just because someone has a crush on you.
I, 32 female, live with my partner, 44 male, and work in research. My primary colleague, 30 male, and I have worked together for about 2 years on a major project involving significant intellectual and labor contributions from both of us. The project is expected to span at least another 2 years and is vital to both our careers. Not long ago, my colleague confessed to me that he is and has been infatuated or in love with me for pretty much the duration.
I didn't say crush.
It took place via a long email that was written after an evening of drinking that was totally unexpected. In retrospect, there may have been some signs, but nothing that wouldn't just as easily be accounted for by a considerate personality. Shortly after his confession, I came to my husband with the issue. I wanted to get his advice about the situation and showed him the drafts which I'd composed and to organize my thoughts on the matter. They stated unequivocally that I am not interested in a romantic relationship and hope these feelings won't complicate our work together. I was again surprised at my husband's reaction. He seemed offended to think that I must have invited my colleague's affections and that I should immediately quit my job, as in put in notice tomorrow. I was so taken aback. My immediate reaction was to laugh, snort at this suggestion, which was probably a mistake. That would be utterly disastrous for my career and isn't an option I'm willing to consider. I greatly prefer the entire scenario had never happened at a difficult and lengthy project, as a difficult and lengthy project hangs in the balance. But I have no real concern at this point about my colleague forcing the issue or letting it compromise our work. It seemed like an intoxicated getting my feelings off my chest. I'll need to put a lot of thought and caution into how I proceed with the work dynamic, but abandoning our project isn't even on the table. About a week has passed. My husband has been alternating between irate and the silent treatment, and suggesting several times that I should move out of the house to be with my new spouse.
Oh, damn.
Today I swung by the house on my lunch break and found the locks changed and my
What?
luggage on the patio. I've been blocked on his work number and cell. Obviously, he cannot possibly intend for me to move out and is just pulling what I absolutely believe to be an asshole power sulk. But seeing how seriously he's taking this has my doubts up. Maybe I was ultimately too uncompromising when I refused to even entertain quitting my job for the sake of conversation and his feelings, and to shut the ideal down so abruptly. Am I the asshole?
No.
Still no.
Update.
Wow.
Oh.
Hubby called me. Long story short, he's been extremely anxious each day when I leave for work and buckled from the pressure today. I'm welcome back home once I quit my job, which is obviously still unacceptable. I'm considering taking a week of accrued paid leave, which will hopefully result in an adult conversation with husband, as well as coming to a decision about how best to handle colleague. That failing, I'm hearing the word lawyer loud and clear throughout these comments. I'm grateful for all the support and perspective. Update
Yeah.
2.
Oh.
I ended up calling my sister, 38 female, something I avoided initially because I didn't want to stir the pot by involving family members who are already disliked by my husband. I'm currently with her and cousin, 35 male, who are both supportive. Our plan is to call a locksmith tomorrow to regain access to the property. Husband can ruminate with friends or at a hotel for the present. For cousin to collect some important things of mine from the house, and for me to stay with my sister a few days while I take a hard look at my situation and options. I'm not set on divorce at this point, but I definitely need to reassess some very basic boundaries before exploring further discussion with my husband. Thank you, strangers on Reddit, for helping me emerge from the emotional haze with some clarity. So, had those updates not been sitting there, I would have immediately said, fuck that dude, leave him. Because that silent treatment shit is not the move. That's from a guy who used to be a silent treatment giver. Trust me, it's some bullshit. It's unnecessary and grown-ups talk. It's just what it is. You can be mad for a little bit and you got to gather your thoughts to do that. But it's different than the silent treatment, and you know that. That shit right there is lightweight abusive and kind of fucked up. And somebody telling you to quit your job and, again, abusing you in a way, in my opinion, by the silent treatment and so forth and so on, is the largest red waving flags ever. And enough for me to be like, again, I know I'm real loose with, like, you got to get the fuck up out of there with these amateur assholes, but I feel like that's a situation where you got to get the fuck up out of there.
I think she's already
I do agree with you with that one.
And this motherfucker proved it by changing the locks on the door and putting her putting her clothes out on the porch. Just terrible. Just a terrible person. And she comes to him with, an expectation of like, hey man, how can I express to this fucker that I ain't down with his bullshit, but we got a job to do, you know what I'm saying? And so I'd like to be able to get this job done. And this is what he decides to do instead of trashy. Burn, throw the whole man away and burn that shit down. Because Fuck that. That is awful. Let's see this. We got the big red box. You know what I'm saying? I always like those because that means what it means is the people have awarded it a lot, and they've also given it a lot of thumbs up. So they've liked, not thumbs up, they arrows up is how they work on Reddit. Or
Except
burgers
if it's
up.
69, you always stop at 69.
Burgers up if you're on the Doughboys subreddit. And this says, I advise the opposite. Maintaining residence is important for deciding who gets the house, and in some states, inherited properties are still considered shared assets. Call the cops, tell them that husband is illegally evicting her from the property he does not own, and have them read him the riot act. The police record will be a great asset.
Wow.
That was not worth all the thumbs up in the red box. Reddit, you be wilding sometimes.
That's good advice, though.
I mean, solid legal advice, but I'm trying to see if I see anything else. He locked you out of your own home. He is telling you to leave, whether or not it makes sense for you. This is not just a tantrum. Please go talk to a lawyer. Here's the thing: if you don't end up needing legal advice, but you got some anyhow, no harm done. If you did really need legal advice but didn't get it, you'll end up really sorry. I can only help you to know your rights here and understand how to protect them. And that's again, yeah, you definitely should be talking to you should definitely be seeking legal counsel in a matter like this. That was a great one. Thank you for having me read it, fellas. That right there was a right banger. It's a good amateur asshole. A couple of good amateur assholes this week. I'm glad we got to read them out to you. Let's check.
A bunch of people who shouldn't be getting married or shouldn't be married anymore.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, bro. It went down real fast for the relationships in this episode. I'm going to check the email and I'm going to check the voicemail just in case.
I don't make it home tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything in the voicemail. We did get a call. We have been getting some calls, but no voicemails. So that
want us to trying to reach us about our car's warranty. Yeah. I get a lot of the Medicaid calls lately too, and they hang up on me as soon as I say I got insurance through my work, and they don't even apologize for calling me.
So I had these guys repping Verizon show up at my house the other day, selling internet, and I was so interested because I actually would like to have fiber internet if I could have it because it's so fast. And so I asked them, man, y'all doing fiber in my neighborhood? Directly that question. And like, yeah, we are. And it's this much, and it costs this much. I go, good. I go, okay, well, I'm at work right now, so I can't really talk to y'all. But I'm very interested, and I like to research this and see what's going on. I, of course, go to research it. And they don't got no fucking fiber in my neighborhood. What they offer is 5G home internet. I get it. 5G is supposed to be so great and super fast and all that good shit. But I could never depend on 5G internet for what I do in this house and how much we do it. So both of us work from home. I have, 2 kids that are of course highly online, you know what I'm saying? No fucking way I could just use basically a souped up cell service as my home's internet backbone. And so I wish I could have hollered back at old boy and be like, you trying to hustle me, man? I asked you if it was fiber directly and you told me it was, and it's not. But it's okay. Next time they come by, because it will be a next time, I will have that conversation with them. Little bitches. No feedback this week, so we keep it motherfucking moving. All the way here at the end of the show, I'm gonna tell you the show's title is Some Little Amish Baby, because that shit made me laugh. Your alternate title, The Miracle Monkey of Toledo. So.
Man, I kind of wanted it to be the Miracle Monkey of Toledo, but
So those are your various little titles that you'll see around the internet when you see this show go up. I'll share that with you right now. Here at the end of the show. You know what it is. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. Please subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels. Follow us over on Twitter. When we tweet the show, please retweet the show. That is the thing. If you ever wonder, how can I help these guys out that isn't just money, you know what I'm saying? Because if you don't say if you want to help us out financially and got a couple of bucks to toss away, please head on over to Patreon and give us a support. Members of the $5 and above tier get extra content each month, early access to new shows, and so forth and so on. You can buy a shirt, but what really, really, really keeps the needle moving is you sharing us with other people. You telling people, hey, I'm listening to this show, was pretty dope. Helps. You retweeting the tweets with the episode helps. You sharing the YouTube links, it helps. That is what gets the ground. That's what gets it motherfucking moving. There's this TikTok channel that is a TikTok channel of a podcast, and what are they fucking doing on that shit? Reading Emma the Asshole, something we've been doing fucking forever, and they are wildly successful and popular doing what we've been doing. I hate it. Makes me angry that they doing what we've been doing and they getting success off of it, and they've been doing it for way less than we've been doing it. But it's help. It's helpful if you, the listener, go out and, like I said, share what we're doing, share our work, and tell motherfuckers, hey man, you should be fucking with these guys. They're great.
We are great.
That's how you get down with the get down. Thank you for that. It's a sale over at TeePublic right now. Basically been having a sale every week. I don't know what's going on in the world of TeePublic, but the sale that I'm telling you about right now is probably over already. But if you go check right now, it's probably another sale happening right now over at TeePublic. So go buy some merch. We got everything: clocks, notebooks. School about to start. You may need a Steaks, Krunchy, and Milk notebook, shirts, magnets, stickers, the works. They're all available over at the TeePublic store. Go take advantage. Feel free to give us a call at 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8-POD. We'd certainly love to hear from you. You want to do it the old school way, the long way, give us an email, podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. That's podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Again, we'd certainly love to hear from you. Our missing man this week is Lunchbox 2099. Show the man some love. Hope he feels better. And we'll be back around next week. It's Tatum 216.
Yes.
That's the real ODP. We hope he's been recording, but his files are growing, so that has to mean he's recording, right? That's how that works, right?
I hope so. You missed all this great vomit stories.
I am the Internet's Table 713. You've just been podcasting, and I know you loved it.
And also, he knows how to pick out a prostitute from the street.
You do?
I have that ability.
No, you do, not me.
Me?
Yeah.
What happened to you? You used to be beautiful.